This is Leap Magazine. I'm Sun Tzu, and with me I have Sergey Bragin, aka God, aka what was that original nickname?
Original nickname?
The original
Oh,
God.
I guess it was, yeah, I got killed them all. But it wasn't for long, it's not even original. It was, I guess it was about a Spartacus movie, you know?
Yeah.
No, the show one. And I was watching it live. It was something like, I watched like 10 episodes, and I saw that the 12th episode will be called something like Kill Them All. And I was super hyped about this movie, and I was, oh my god, you will kill them all! I need to make this nickname! So that's how it worked.
Okay, well, it's worked out nicely for you, and honestly, the way you've been playing lately for VP, yeah, a bit of a god. Bit of a god of that mid lane, bit of a god, yeah. That Leshrac. What about the Leshrac fits you so well right now?
It's just a good hero in this patch, and it's pretty strong. I guess he has a lot of spells. I like using spells, you know, that make damage. It's the best. You're just using spells and you're making damage. And the cooldown of the spell is not so high, so you can actually use spells often and make some often damage. So you can steal kills, make assists, steal some creeps, some enemy creeps, maybe even your team creeps. And you will shout, "What do you do?" And it's not yours, but I can. That's why I'm doing it. That's how it works. Leshrac is good. I really like this hero.
Yeah, and certainly like the spell focus. I remember when like really old days when you were like on .air and stuff like that, and Moscow 5 before that. You used to always go that Bloodstone build on like Storm Spirit, and like I think it was Luminous or someone who started calling it the G Stone. Do you remember that stuff?
I don't remember someone called it G-Stone, but I remember myself buying this Bloodstone. I remember it was something like they made the ability to make from Arcanes. You can disassemble them and make boots and energy booster. And I saw it somewhere in public when the guy did it, and I said, "Oh my god, it's awesome! What can I do from energy booster? Bloodstone! Let's do it!" And some months of practice, and I realized that I really like that item. Maybe it wasn't strong that patch, I don't remember, but I really like to buy it, and my team was fine with that, and I just bought it, and that's how it worked. I just tried to make some charges and not to die.
Yeah, and for those who remember you from those days, like you were talked about even in the very early days of Dota 2. It was like people talked about Dendi and Ferrari as the best mids, and then you were sort of like just behind there. You were above all else a really hard snowball player, and for me, like if they were able to shut you down when you still or on .air, that would really mess up your game. But for me, all that changed really hard when you went to China. Sort of like how much of what you learned in that time in China still carries over into your play?
I guess every year, every Dota year teaches me a lot, like about Dota, about life, about the things I need to learn. And every year I realize that I really need to learn more and more and more, every stuff. And the things, how you need to communicate with the team, and what should you put on your head to work good all this time. But China, yeah, it was really a rich experience, like for sure. We were playing basically the China meta and trying to understand it, and a lot of mentality, how to play mid from China. It taught me a lot, and I still remember some things from there. But yeah. In there, it was more like YOLO. In LGD, it was more like a stable play with a macro plan. Yeah. So it's really hard to explain in some words, especially if I need to tell it like in 2 minutes from the interview. So I'll just pass from here.
Yeah, but for me, that seems to be like a perfect description of like when VP Classic and VP Polar came together and are where you are right now as well. Like that's perfectly prepared you for what you're doing right now with the current VP lineup. It's like this mix of aggression and it's still like not going completely YOLO like, but it's still kind of stable, but it's really aggressive. Would you like it to be even more aggressive maybe? Like I know you're a really aggressive player.
If you ask me how to play this game, I would just buy boots and tell my guy run with me, and we will just chasing some guys level 1. If this patch will actually work for it, but it doesn't give you so much gold. That's why we're not doing it. And the last patch we were farming, not because we're a big fan of. Not because I am a big fan of farm.
Yeah.
These guys are just like every single creep, but I need to do it to win. That's how it works. Every patch, there are some advantages in what you do and some disadvantages. And the last patch, you could actually win sitting on the base with Trion Sniper for a 2-hour game. Maybe not always win, but you have a chances. Now these chances are close to 0 because of the patch. Some chance tanking, but you can be aggressive this patch. That's nice. It's pleasure for me to play this kind of games, and it's pleasure to me to play this kind of pubs, because publics are affected by competitive scene a lot. And last patch it was disaster playing public.
Yeah.
So
that actually sort of reminds me as well of there was a bit of a back and forth between you and Alliance at DreamHack. Like you said, I believe it was you at least, who said in an interview that Alliance need to accept that this is a CIS Dota patch. You need to play more aggressive.
it wasn't me. I will never say such thing. Will never say such things. It's not like I'm a cocky guy during interviews. I guess it was Finji.
Okay. Well, anyway, Alliance said back about that. Like, fucking Mad said that he felt that going into TI, the meta is going to slow down again. And the Russian teams, you're going to have to adapt to that. And you're going to have to play that more safe and slow style that always comes around for TI. And that if you can't adapt to that, you're going to, the Russian teams might have a bit of a failing again at TI, because a lot of the Russian teams have traditionally. So do you think there's some truth to that? Do you think it's actually going to slow down, or do you think the patch actually allows you to keep up playing aggressive, even when there's like millions on the line?
I'm not a force here, but from my experience, even month, it's enough to change things. Like not for a team, but for the patch in general. Like meta changes, and if you playing this meta for 2 years, for example, you learn a lot. You learn a lot of heroes. The last patch was a great example when half of the time no one played Sniper, and then Sniper arrived, and it was the same patch, but this hero wasn't discovered. So here it is, Sniper all games, and it can happen to TI too. For example, in this 1 month, someone will find some hero that actually breaks the current meta. And starting to play with it differently, and everyone needs to adapt. TI is, in general, the tournament where you need to adapt. If you're not good enough, if you're not winning all the games, you need to adapt. That's how it works.
Okay, well, thank you for this interview. This has been League Magazine. If you like what we've been doing here at ESL One Frankfurt, follow us at www.leaguemag.com.
Like what you see? Why not subscribe to the magazine at leapmag.com?